welcome back. It's your girl Tasha and I'm back with another video. But first, if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, as well as subscribe and hit your bell notification so that you are always here when I post, because you want to join the fam. Like, we building a whole community over here, and if you've been on my page for a while now and you haven't subscribed, then like, what are you doing? Like, as you can see, I straighten my hair, guys. Normally, if my hair is not big and left alone, I usually just straighten it a bit. If I straighten it today, I'm not gonna straighten it for the whole week. My lips are dry. I'm just adding some of this castor oil on my lip because no one's trying to be here with dry lips. I decided to straighten my hair. My hair shouldn't even be straight right now. What had happened was, I was actually supposed to show you guys how I colored my hair, but it was a drastic fail. But if you could see, a little bit is brown up here, but I'm like, it's okay. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it should be fine. I'm just gonna make sure that I take care of it. But over here was supposed to be brown, but the color only held up here. Now I would have got it professionally done, but I wasn't able to find someone to do my hair. Is it easy to find people to do your hair? Because I usually do my hair myself. I don't like people all up in my hair. I've been like that ever since I was young. I think it's because my dad was always like that. He didn't let nobody play up in my hair. Like, I've never really gone to a hairdresser. I had one girl who would do my hair, and when COVID happened, I couldn't find her anymore. Like, I got so sad. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like, who's gonna trim my hair? Who's gonna just do anything with my hair? She was just very friendly, and she had just good vibes and good energy, so I was cool with her in my hair. But once the energy is just not there for me, I'm just like, I'm gonna let you go all up in my head. Like, no. So then I tried to take matters in my own hands. It failed. I didn't get the color in there like I wanted it to get in there. So I was like, you know what, when I learn it better, I will color it, and hopefully I can show you guys how it turned out. It honestly does not take me a long time to straighten my hair. I'm gonna show you guys just little tricks I do. It's not even really tricks, it's just the way I do it and how it gets done fast. So this is how it turned out. Took me about 20 minutes or less, and that's because I've just always been straightening my hair, so it just comes natural. I don't know, I think it's just one of those things, when you're used to doing it, it will become easy. So if you want to see how I was able to get my hair done super fast and just the process that I used to get it done, make sure to stick around to the end of the video. It shouldn't be a long video, it should be pretty short, other than me just rambling on right now. But let's get into the video. So this is my hair after I've washed, conditioned, and blow dried it. Next, I'm going to be taking some heat protector because I did put a little bit of that color in there and I don't want it to get worse, but I'm not really a big heat protector user. And then I'm going to use some of my shea butter as well as some castor oil. I'm going to mix that together in a small amount, like a penny-sized amount, and just rub it evenly through my hair. Now, you don't want too much product in your hair. You barely want any. My hair is just a little bit dry at the moment, so that's why I added a bit of it in my hair. I'm just gonna spray the heat protector all around the top of my hair mostly, and just fluff it out a bit. I don't really rub it in. I just like shake my hair out when I put it in there. And then I'm just going to show you my quick and easy way that I straighten my hair. I just part it off in these sections like I'm going to show you right now. I start off with the back, mainly because I just want to get it over with, and the back is just harder to get done because it's in the back of your head. And I just rub the flat iron above the top part a few times, and then I take my comb and I just run it through with the straightener, just the way you see me doing it now. And I do it 2 times. Now, the thing is, with the comb, the thinner it is, it's gonna be more like silk pressed of the hair. So the comb that I'm using, the teeth in the comb are not that thin. That's because I want my hair to have a little bit of like volume to it. I don't want it too flat on my head, but I want it silk pressed at the same time, if you kind of understand what I mean. Because when I use a thinner comb, my hair would just be flat on my head. So the way that I'm going to show you how I do it is not as flat on my head, it's fast, it's quick, and it just gives my hair a little bit more volume. So at the back, if you can see, I have my hair parted like vertical wise, and then I straighten it. That way it's just not like horizontal and flat, because I want it to stand above my head a bit. So as I go, I just part sections at a time. So I'll go and part the side of my head, and then I'll just work on smaller sections as I go, and I just use my fingers to part it off, because it doesn't have to be like a perfect part. You just want to make sure that you get every strand of hair. The way you see me doing it like in this speed, it was probably just a couple more minutes than that, because I tried to speed it up just for the sake of the video. But literally my hair takes me about like 20 minutes tops to flat iron the whole thing. Now if I wanted it to be more silk press, I would use a thinner comb, but because I want it not as flat, not as like silk press, I use a bit of a wider tooth comb. As I get towards the top, what I do is I try to flat iron the hair going outwards. Like I don't like to flat iron it going downwards, just so that it adds more volume. And the closer I get to the top of my head, I usually just start flat ironing it towards the ceiling, because that way it falls and it still gives it a bit of volume. So as I go, just watch how I'm actually placing the flat iron on my hair and how I'm placing the comb, and then I would always just run it through the first time, and depending how flat I want it, and I'll rub it through again. But because I don't like it as flat, I just run it through once, and then I just run it through one more time. Usually I put a couple pieces together so that it can all just blend. We are all about budgeting on this channel, and if you carry your things and you put them away and you don't mistreat it, it will last a very long time. I've had this since my daughter was like 1 year old, and she's like 10 now, so I've had this for a very long time, and it was gifted to me. So it's been doing the trick, and it's gonna do the trick until it just ain't gonna do the trick no more. To get this style done in such a great space of time, it's also best to use a comb like what I'm using, because it helps with the parting, especially if you're not the greatest part person. But yeah, it does help. I part it like that on that side, so then I go on the next side and I part it the same exact way. It's like I just keep parting it like a square, going up until I get to the front part of my hair. And I part it like this every time I straighten my hair, only because it just gets it done really fast. And I use one hair tie throughout the whole thing. Once I'm done, I just go over the parts that I feel like just need a little bit more of a run through. Like I just need to go over the parts that I didn't really get to straighten as much, and that's usually around the perimeter of my head and mainly the front part. And I would usually just leave it like this, straight, like I'm fine with it like that. But then sometimes I just curl the ends of my hair. I'll either do it inwards or I'll do it outwards. It just gives it a little bit more definition, a little bit more style to it. And sometimes if I want to even keep that curl to it and I don't want to use the straightener again, I'll just put my hair in a bun the night before and just take it out, and I'll have a little bit of that curl pattern to it, just so that I don't have to keep, like, you know, re-straightening it and using heat on it, because that's the last thing I want to do. And that's the end of my video, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, I love you guys so much. Bye.